This is Aaron East with MMA UK News, and I'm joined today by Jordan Little, who will be representing Team England at the upcoming Four Nations tournament. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me so close to the start of the tournament, man.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Anytime, man. It's always nice talking to you. I trust your preparations will be going well in the build up to the festivities in Wales.
Yeah, I think I've had the best camp I've ever had. I've incorporated new things with new people, working with people like Paul Reed on my diet and my S&C, getting boxing in, working on my hands because I feel like that's what I lacked last time I was at the Four Nations. Just implementing new things to improve myself.
Hmm. Yeah, you definitely got a great team behind you from what I've seen. I've been lucky enough to see some of behind the scenes stuff you guys do. I'm really looking forward to it. I've ordered the pay-per-view anyway, so I'll be there in spirit. I've noticed that you are one of the highest serving participants right for this exceptional tournament. I bet you're absolutely buzzing once again to fly the flag for England.
100%. This will be my fourth time representing England. Ninth, well, as long as I go through the first fight, it'll be my ninth fight for Team England.
Mm.
So getting to represent the squad and my country is a huge thing. I got silver last year at the Four Nations, went to decision in the final, so made a few changes, and hopefully this year come back and get gold.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, well, I bet the fire's definitely burning, well, full flame for your aspirations to capture gold this year, no doubt.
Oh, definitely. I did the Euros, I did the Worlds since then. Obviously, also fighting on the regional scene as much as possible. I think I've had about 12 fights in the last, well, since the Four Nations, about a year, maybe more than that. And then I'm looking at the guys that like are also on there. Some of them are really active, some of them aren't. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make those changes and implement them in those fights over the last year, ready so that when I come in, I can make a statement. I want to turn pro soon, so I want to show what I can do.
Yeah. Yeah, well, on that note, there's been a huge influx of warriors into each team representing this year. Are you looking forward to the gulf of competition that you're set to collide with this year?
Sorry?
Oh, sorry. On that note, there's a huge influx of warriors representing each team this year. Are you looking forward to the gulf of competition that you're set to collide with?
Oh, definitely. You look at the guys, especially like my division.
Mm,
My division's stacked. I think there's like one space which creates a buy.
yeah,
Um, I believe Kunle, who I fought in the final last year and he got gold, I believe he's got that.
yeah,
So like, you look at that and like you've got him, gold medalist from last year, and myself as silver. And you've got like Jay Aspinwall, who recently beat Kunle on
mm,
Cage Warriors, Darcy, who went against Kunle. Lorenzo Parente from Scotland, again, really good fighter. Um, I think there's also an Irish lad who I'm fighting on day one, Nathan. I think he's got a really good jiu-jitsu game.
yeah.
Um, so I'm gonna, I've got to do what I got to do there, keep it on the feet and play it how I want to play it. And also you've got Aaron Bolton for Team England, who again is a great fighter. It's his first time on the England squad, so I'm looking forward to him to smash it as well.
Yeah. I mean, is there a certain individual in particular that you'd like to go face to face with at all on the other teams?
No one in particular. Like, it'll be good to fight Kunle again.
Yeah.
Because obviously I got the silver last year by decision. I would
Mm,
like to overrule that and come back and get gold. But like everyone in our division are killers. Like everyone in there has a really good skill set, and I think most of them are wrestlers and ground guys. Where I'm going to be like predominantly striking. I've got great wrestling on me, and I've proven that because every time I've gone against them, I've been able to wrestle. But
mm.
I'm so like long reach, really fast kicks and fast hands. It. I think I've got the advantage on the feet every single time, and no one wants to stand with me. So work on my takedown defense and keep it on the feet.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and as you said, there's been many new additions to the England squad this year. How does it feel to have trained with so many new faces?
It's been great. I won't use the 2019 Worlds because that's so long ago.
Hmm.
But you look at like the first time I did the Four Nations, I came back like the whole of Emma was like kind of like overhauled. It was all changed and a whole new team put together. Apart from like Teddy Stringer, who I went to the Worlds with originally.
Yeah.
So I met all new people, and everyone was doing really well for the Four Nations. And then you had a few that went off, and then like new faces kind of fitted in, and everyone just molded together. So you had a good squad together. Everyone's really strong. Everyone's looking really good, and we all kind of complemented each other in training, balanced each other out, and you got to test yourself against like new skills and new techniques that you don't always get to see.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And you're arguably one of the most highly decorated amateurs in the country. Right, your future in the sport is definitely going to be a bright one, man.
No, thank you.
No worries, man. Right, last we spoke, right, you were looking towards the future of your journey at the possibility of turning pro. Right, your sights set on the professional circuit. Is this something you have been contemplating as we edge closer to the end of 2023?
Yeah, so obviously I wanted to turn pro probably at the start of this year,
Yeah.
uh, but when I went to the Euros, things didn't work out as planned, out of my control. So I
Mm,
wanted to return to the Worlds, and then kind of just one thing's led to the other. Like the Four Nations was announced again. I think if it had been later on in the year, I probably wouldn't be doing it.
yeah.
Um, but now it's now like I thought now's the opportunity to go back and get that again. It's
Mm,
3 fights over 3 days. You can't really complain. But the pro scene is where I want to be. Like I'm fighting. I fought everyone realistically that there is to fight at
mm,
the top of the division. And those that I haven't, like Lorenzo Parente, who's there this weekend, I could end up fighting him. I was meant to fight him before, but injury pulled me out.
yeah.
It's the first time like ever pulled from a fight, and it was frustrating as hell.
Mm,
But happens. But yeah, look, the pro scene is where I want to be. I know what I want to do, and I think that I've proven my level. I fought the best of the best in amateur. Guys that I have beat have turned pro, and they're winning at pro.
mm.
So it's time to make that change.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, you've definitely become a martyr in the amateur division. I mean, there's going to be, I can almost guarantee there'll be no doubt of like continuous offers your way. I mean, is there any in particular like organizations that you'd be excited to join in the pro ranks?
Um, I want to keep my options open.
Mm,
I feel like if you're looking at UK, you're looking at Cage Warriors.
yeah,
But up and coming and looking really good that I'm interested in would be PFL.
yeah,
Uh, they're looking really good. They're looking really sharp, and also they're there this weekend, so that'll be interesting.
mm,
And again, Octagon. Octagon's interesting, but I'd say the main two for me are either Cage Warriors or PFL. Probably swaying to PFL.
yeah. Definitely, they're making huge movements as well as you said. Like Octagon as well. I mean, they're looking to bring their right first show over to the UK and in Manchester. That's definitely going to be a big one.
100%.
But will you be looking? I mean, after you eventually turn pro, would you be looking to still continue with Emma to train up with like the amateurs? I bet they'll be like highly grateful for your like pure knowledge like within the game.
Yeah, so I have had this chat before with a few of the guys that run Emma
Yeah,
about me staying on, whether that be like an assistant in the coaching role or whether it be just to help support the fighters. So like there's a lot of opportunities for the fighters in other ways than just fighting. You've got sport and wellness, you've got nutrition specialists,
yeah,
SC. There's so many different things and people that you can talk to. And a lot of the fighters don't really know who to go to or where to go to sometimes because there's just so much going on.
yeah,
Especially if you're a new face, you don't want to just jump in and be like, I want this, I want that. So the idea of having a role that could help the fighters and guide them to the right people, and carry on helping with the sport at an amateur level sounds great.
yeah. And a familiar face would always be great for like for the future, as well as like the ones that already know you pretty well. There, no doubt.
Definitely.
No worries, man. Right, it's been an absolute pleasure catching up with you again, Stage Jordan. I wish you all the best for the weekend, and I'll definitely look forward to like catching you out there. Even though unfortunately it's going to be over the laptop.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a speedy recovery. Hopefully
Nice
see
one,
you at a show.
nice one, man. I appreciate that. Right, but last but not least, what do you have a message for the fans that'll be in attendance and anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, so to anyone that's coming to watch, like, enjoy yourself. It's the biggest show that there's going to be in the amateur scene in the UK. Like, you're going to have top talent from the seniors, the junior, and the youth. And personally, I think that the youth are going to show up most of the seniors. The level of the kids coming through is outstanding.
Yeah,
Uh, there's two cages on at once. Like, you don't want to be missing out on this. Like, especially if you want to be a fighter yourself, or if you want to compete yourself, getting in there and watching it could be your way of seeing whether it's something you'd be interested in,
mm,
especially for a tournament style. And I just want to thank everyone from my team, like at Team Range, that supported me, got me my camp going. Paul Reed, who's helped me with my diet and my S&C, and my partner Dana, who's she's kept me on track, made sure that everything I'm eating is correct, making sure that I'm going to the gym, getting my S&C in, doing the
mm.
S&C with me. I've been fortunate to have her to help me and get me there.
And it's definitely always great to have a partner in crime with the same aspirations as yourself, no doubt, man.
Yeah.
Mate, you have a pleasant journey and a safe trip, yeah? And I'll speak to you very soon.
Thank you.
Take care, man. Bye bye.